Stephen, great to see you as always.
Nice to see you.
Now then, actor, screenwriter, author, journalist, comedian, television presenter, film director, and now US sitcom star. Who'd have thought?
Well, quite, yes.
But you've worked out here a lot, haven't you?
I have. I love working in America, and I've always had a secret yen to be in what you might call an old school sitcom.
So you're Roland, the man who had the magazine, and now, of course, it's now become onto the web and all the rest of it. But what is funny for me is, because when you're watching the show and it's all about the millennials and about how they grasp everything, but you were our pioneer, Stephen. Did you not, were the first person in Britain to have an email address?
Well, not the first. There were academics and so on in the very early, and people in the defence industry. But certainly in the 1980s, I had an email address, and that was very rare.
So who wrote you?
Well, it was. I tell you what it's like. It's a bit like being the only person you know who owns a tennis racket. It's kind of pointless. What am I going to do with it? I've got no one to play with.
What's your stance on it now?
It's obviously become commercialised enormously. It's become politicised. My relationship with Twitter has altered in as much as I can't really interact anymore. I don't read tweets. I only send them. But it's a very useful tool to have 12.5 million followers. Means I can only do the really important press things like this, you know, an important Lorraine moment.
Yes.
That I don't have to do every newspaper interview because I have more followers than the newspaper has circulation. So I can use it in that way.
Away from the camera, how's life out here for you?
Well, I really love it. My husband loves it too. We both adore being in LA. It's an unusual city. I think a lot of people sneer at it and think it's a very weird place. P.G. Woodhouse, when he worked here in the 20s, he said, when you see all these sets and all these flats, he said, eventually when you meet people, you start to look round behind them to see if they go all the way round. And he said that in California, they mostly don't.
I love it.
It's a real pleasure to
Love
talk to you.
to see you as always, Stephen.
Thank you.